we as the American people deserve to have every Epstein file released with no redactions whatsoever, period.
Okay.
What happens when politics becomes personal? When public debate turns into family outrage? Reports are circulating that Charlie Kirk's own parents have spoken out, criticizing Erika for allegedly dismissing renewed discussions surrounding the Epstein files. But is this about accountability or escalation? And why is the internet now questioning whether Erika's family has deeper ties to powerful social circles from the past? Tonight, we unpack what was actually said, what remains, speculation, and why the Epstein files continue to ignite controversy years later. Because when family steps into the spotlight, the narrative changes instantly. Hashtag breaking news, hashtag Charlie Kirk, hashtag Epstein files. The Epstein files continue to cast a long shadow over political discourse. Years after the arrest and death of Jeffrey Epstein, public interest has not faded. Court documents, unsealed records, and flight logs have fueled widespread debate about transparency and elite accountability. In this charged atmosphere, even indirect references can spark major reactions. Recently, online conversations began, circulating claims that Charlie Kirk's parents were frustrated over what they viewed as dismissive attitudes toward renewed Epstein-related discussions. While no official press conference or verified transcript confirms a formal statement, commentary across social platforms suggests tension. It is essential to clarify something immediately. There are no verified public records accusing Erika or her family of criminal involvement in Epstein's crimes. The speculation online centers around perceived avoidance of discussing the files, not confirmed wrongdoing. That distinction matters greatly. So why did this story gain traction? First, the Epstein case remains emotionally loaded. The files are seen by many as symbolic of unanswered questions about powerful networks. Whenever new documents are referenced, public pressure intensifies. People want names clarified, associations explained, and transparency delivered. Second, Charlie Kirk is a prominent political voice. His platform amplifies any surrounding narrative. When commentary suggests that even his own family members feel strongly about transparency, the story naturally gains momentum. Social media thrives on conflict. A headline suggesting parents blast someone creates instant intrigue. It transforms a policy debate into a personal drama. Audiences are more likely to engage with family confrontation than with procedural legal analysis. Online reactions have been divided. Some users argue that anyone discussing public documents should be prepared to answer questions openly. Others warn against turning speculative associations into reputational attacks. The phrase "Erika's family involved" is structured as a question rather than a declaration. That punctuation signals uncertainty. It reflects how modern media operates, raising possibilities without presenting verified conclusions. In high-profile controversies, silence can be interpreted in multiple ways. Some view it as strategic. Others see it as suspicious. But silence alone is not evidence. The broader issue here is the public's ongoing distrust of elite networks. Epstein's documented associations included politicians, academics, and business leaders. While many interactions were social or professional, and not criminal, the exposure of hidden misconduct created lasting skepticism. That skepticism now extends beyond direct participants to anyone perceived as connected by proximity. This environment creates fertile ground for viral speculation. Supporters of renewed scrutiny argue that transparency is nonpartisan. They believe all public figures should welcome open discussion of archived documents. Critics counter that unverified insinuations can cause harm. Charlie Kirk himself has previously spoken about the importance of institutional accountability. Whether his parents expressed frustration privately or publicly, the narrative suggests a generational concern about clarity and truth. Meanwhile, Erika has not released a formal statement addressing these specific online claims. In the digital age, absence of response can intensify curiosity. Yet legal advisors often recommend restraint when conversations veer into speculative territory. It is also important to understand how online narratives evolve. A single post can be reshared thousands of times within hours. Interpretations expand. Emotional language escalates. What begins as commentary can transform into perceived confirmation. No court filing currently links Erika or her family to criminal proceedings related to Epstein. That factual boundary should remain clear. However, public discourse about transparency continues. Many believe the Epstein files represent unfinished business in American institutional history. They see ongoing discussion as necessary civic engagement. Others caution that conflating association with guilt undermines fairness. Elite social events often include hundreds of attendees. Overlapping appearances do not equal collaboration. The real tension underlying this story may not be about hidden involvement at all. It may be about expectations. In polarized political climates, audiences expect immediate and forceful responses. Anything less can be misinterpreted. Family dynamics add another emotional layer. When relatives of public figures appear to weigh in even indirectly, personalizes the issue. The focus shifts from documents to relationships. As this debate unfolds, observers should separate three elements: verified facts, political commentary, and social media amplification. Verified facts come from official records. Commentary reflects opinion. Amplification magnifies both. The Epstein case deserves responsible analysis. It also deserves precision. Mislabeling speculation as proof benefits no one. Ultimately, the question posed in the title, Erika's family involved, remains just that: a question circulating online without confirmed evidence. Responsible reporting requires acknowledging that uncertainty. Public trust depends on careful language. Accountability requires documentation. And viral headlines should never replace verified investigation. The conversation about the Epstein files will likely continue for years, but as it does, fairness must guide scrutiny. Transparency should be demanded, but accusations must be grounded in evidence. Because once reputations are damaged, corrections rarely travel as far as headlines. Hashtag Charlie Kirk. Hashtag Epstein files. Hashtag political debate. Hashtag transparency. Hashtag media analysis. Hashtag breaking news do you believe public figures should directly address? Every controversial topic tied to historic scandals. Or should speculation be handled cautiously until verified evidence emerges? Share your perspective respectfully in the comments. Transparency matters, but so does fairness. If you value fact-based discussion over viral rumor, subscribe and stay informed as developments unfold. Tag at Charlie Kirk and join the conversation thoughtfully. Let's analyze documents, not assumptions. Follow for more breakdowns of trending political narratives and media controversies. Because informed audiences make stronger democracies. Hashtag stay informed. Hashtag truth matters. Hashtag accountability.